Good morning, MAI. It is Tuesday of week one of new content in remote learning. I hope you all are doing well at home. And this morning I'm going to share with you the portfolio that we're going to be collecting while we are out. I am outside my house, so you may hear some birds, but it is quieter out here than it is inside my house. So we have been asked by the county office to collect one item for each class for each week that we're out. And this will just kind of be a collection of proof for the teachers and for you of what we have taught and what you have learned while we're in a very different situation than our normal face-to-face teaching in class. So each of you will have a copy of this in the MAI student body Google Classroom that I've created. I will create the copy for you. Please do not create another copy. Don't create a copy to share with your teachers. You can send them the link from this one if they need it. You will actually be just turning your work into them, and then after they approve it, you'll put it in here, and I will be the main one reviewing this portfolio and grading it for a grade in innovation. So I'm going to kind of walk through some of the steps and directions to make sure that everybody understands what we are doing. I'm going to go to present mode, make it bigger. See if, here we go. Oh, of course it went way to the end. Sorry, I was working on something. All right, there's our title page, and here are your general directions. I'm just going to go through and make sure that you read them. Each week in each high school class, you will be asked to complete an activity or assignment that shows your proficiency with the learning for the week. Once that work sample is complete and approved by your teacher, you will load it into this portfolio. The completion of this portfolio each week will be your grade and innovation class. And here's what a timeline for submission might look like. So on Monday, most of you probably yesterday or today received your portfolio work sample assignment from your class teachers. And then through Monday through Thursday of a typical week, you'll watch the instructional videos that they post and complete practice activities in Google Classroom. Hopefully those will not be a ton of work for you. And then on Friday, whatever your week-long task is, you'll submit to your teacher in their Google Classroom. So if it's the city map project for Miss Hardy, you turn that into Miss Hardy. If it's works citation samples for Miss Warlick, you turn that into Miss Warlick. You don't do this portfolio piece until after that teacher gives you that assignment back and approves that you have really shown the learning that you need to show. They may give you some things that you need to fix and resubmit. So you'll get that back the following Monday. They'll look at it over the weekend, give you some feedback. If it's good to go, then on Tuesday, you can go ahead and load that work sample in here, and I'll show you what that will look like. If not, then they may ask you to fix a few things and resubmit it before you put it in here. So when you load your things for each week into this portfolio, you do not have to submit the portfolio weekly. Since I have created the copy in Google Classroom, I have access to them. So again, make sure you don't create any more copies. You can customize this one if you don't want to do the colors or you want to add things or whatever, but please work in the copy that I have created for you in Google Classroom. So for technical instructions, I've noticed in some student-led conference slides, folks have copied a link from Google Classroom. That does not work. If the link has Classroom in it, that's not good enough. It won't work for anybody outside of you. So a lot of your work will probably be in Google Drive, docs, sheets, slides, drawings, etc. And I have put a tutorial video in right here that you can watch again to make sure that you have the setting anyone at McDowell County Schools with the link can view. So as I am grading this portfolio piece, if that is not done right, then especially if it happens over and over again, that could be points off. So please, if you don't remember how to do that, watch that video. Some of you might be creating things on non-Google websites such as ThingLink, Adobe Spark, Flipgrid, etc. For those, you don't just go grab the one where you're editing. You need to make sure you get the public, publish, or share link. They had to use different words. And this symbol over here is the universal symbol for share. Sometimes the website doesn't even have the word share. It just has that symbol. So if you can't find the word you're looking for, look for that symbol. And then there's a video here about inserting that link into your slides. One other little thing is to make sure if you take photos or screenshots, you might need to flip them. And you might be able to do that with whatever device you're taking it with, or you can do that with the formatting options on the slides, and I'll show you that. If it's a video, you'll want to flip it before you film, but many of the video websites will do that for you. But like if you look at your shirt and the words on your shirt or something are backwards, or if you hold up a piece of paper, if the words are backwards, you need to flip. So just some little reminders of do's and don'ts. Do make sure you get teacher approval before loading the samples in. So that means this week, you don't really have to load this week's samples in until next Tuesday. So no rush. Make sure your links work and turn your original work directly into your teachers. Probably more important is the don'ts. Again, don't make a copy. This is the copy you need to work in, the one that you get from Google Classroom with me. And you don't actually submit the portfolio until the end. I will just be in there checking it as we go. And don't worry about doing this for your college classes. This is for high school classes only. So I'm actually going to show you here how to flip a photo if you need to. So y'all are going to replace your picture, replace this guy with your picture. And if I click on that photo, and I go to Format Options, and I think it's Size and Rotation. Yes. Down here, where my picture is, see if I can move me. Hey, look, there I go. There's Flip. So you can flip and rotate things there if they are not the way you want them to be. Okay. So let's look at a typical week. And I actually have some little sample things loaded in here from my tutorial videos. So if I have Miss Hardy for math, then I'm going to actually no, I need to be in the not view. All right, so I'm going to actually change the words first period to math 1. And then I'm going to come over here to teacher, and I'm going to say Hardy. And I can adjust the sizing of things if I need to. Notice here it gives you a review of the instructions. Insert your work sample. It can be whatever they've told you to be, then answer these reflection questions. You can rearrange this slide. So you can take these instructions off after you've done. So her first week sample is a city map project. And then each week you will answer only 2 reflection questions. Every week you should answer number 1, and then you only have to pick 1 of these 3 to answer. You do not have to answer all 3. They are all similar. They're just kind of, you pick which one you think best displays what you've done. So you'll do that for each class that you have. So there's first period, second period. You do not have to do one for innovation or for your 3B classes. So it's just first, second, and fourth. And if you have an academic support class in one of those periods, you do not have to do it. It's just high school academics. And I did put one in here for additional classes. So we have that for each week. And you'll notice at the bottom of the slide, it says week 1, week 2, because they do mostly look the same, so that you don't get confused about where you're working. So that goes through all of the weeks that we currently know that we will be out. And if you will notice on the last week, week 6, it says, before starting this week, please copy and paste the slides of schools have been closed past May 15th. So if by then we know we're going to be out any longer, before you start typing on them, if you'll just copy and paste all 4 slides, and you can just click on them by shift click, highlight all 4, and then go to your edit menu and copy. And then if you paste them, they'll just be in right after that. The only other thing to show you is that I guess your only assignment for this portfolio for this week is to answer these few questions on the early thoughts. And then at the very end, there will be a few reflection questions that you will answer, kind of about how this time has gone. There is a slide about passion projects, but you'll notice it says instructions to come because I have not fully decided what those are going to look like. They will be pared down and adapted for you being at home. I do not want it to be something stressful and burden a burden for you, but I do want you to find something that you enjoy doing that you can do while you are at home. So look over the instructions for this as you are getting ready to load your stuff in next week. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be in office hours each day. I do the afternoon office hours because I'm homeschooling my son in the morning. So 2 to 3 any day. But if that does not work, if you're working or something, you can set up an appointment with me and I can be in there in the morning or some other time if you need me to be. So I'm here to help you with questions about this or any other technical questions. So please just let me know what you need. Have a great week.